And we begin this afternoon with new developments in that terrifying industrial fire in Clinton Township. Thank you for being with us. I'm Glenda Lewis.
And I'm Brian Abel. Police say a 19-year-old was killed by debris from that massive fire and blast.
Multiple explosions could be felt as far as 3 miles away.
The impact starting in Clinton Township and stretching all the way to Mount Clemens. People in the area reporting loud explosions strong enough to shake cars and homes.
It all started just before 9 last night in the area of 15 Mile and Groesbeck. We have team coverage tonight, starting with 7 Action News reporter Faraz Javed. Faraz.
So I'm on 15 Mile and Groesbeck, and you can see right behind me the building that caught fire last night is destroyed. These are the words of Clinton Township fire chief, and you can see, as a matter of fact, right now firefighters are there right now working through the scene as we speak. Now we've been here all throughout last night. Last night we could hear explosions as the fire bellowed, and of course even this morning when we came down here we heard explosions. Now the Clinton Township has held several press conferences. Today alone they had 2, one at 10 o'clock, today at 4. This is what we have the latest from the township. The township says they're still in a state of emergency. White House also contacted the township and they're ready to offer them federal resources if needed. Now, the fire started at Goose Smoke Shop and Select Distributors. Officials say they had large quantity of nitric oxide and butane canisters. There was also lighter fluid and vape pens with lithium batteries. This is one of the key focuses of the investigation as to how much of that quantity was allowed to be stored in that building. Now, business owners are cooperating with the investigation, so no arrests have been made. Have a listen to what Clinton Township Fire Chief had to say at today's press conference at 4.
It basically was a war zone. You had shrapnel going off everywhere you looked. So if you're standing outside, you're wondering, when's the next piece coming at my way? When's it going to hit us?
Now, sadly, a 19-year-old male died after being hit by debris. He was just a quarter mile away from the explosion. Also, a firefighter, Matt Meyer, was also injured. He has been a firefighter for over a decade. And while he was rushing to the scene, a canister just went through the windscreen of a fire truck and hit him on the face, but he is recovering well. Right off the gate, it was declared a second alarm fire, and firefighters from neighboring cities responded to the scene. Explosions were heard at a 6-mile radius. Fire trucks, as a matter of fact, when they were approaching the scene, they could feel the ground shake due to the explosions. Now, the other part of the challenge was the canisters and the debris that was flying around, which went as close to a mile radius. And that's exactly one of the concerns, one of the major concerns that firefighters had. Now, we spoke to one of the residents yesterday, Greg Ezzo. He spoke to us about how he saw the flames at a distance from his home, and so today we just circled back to see how he was doing. Have a listen.
It was literally shaking our house at that point, and we weren't sure if it was getting closer to our house.
Greg filmed this on his phone, showing the extent of the flames and smoke. At the time, folks were uncertain about what was going on.
It was very nerve-wracking. We were starting to think about whether we should, pack up some, a bunch of things and try and get out, and because it was getting louder. We didn't quite understand the scale of it.
Meanwhile, a postal worker, Denitra Boyd, was emotional to see that the business she delivered mail to yesterday at 2 p.m. was burned to the ground last night.
It gave me chills and kind of brought tears because I know the people that work in there. I go in there every day and they're nothing but nice. Anytime I go in there, it's always, we're laughing, we're joking.
At time of the incident, most of the surrounding businesses were closed for the day. And for the mail carrier who delivers mail to the business daily,
Lord, thank God it didn't happen while I was in there.
Now, the Clinton Township Fire Department says there were 4 people inside the building at the time of the fire, but luckily they escaped without any injuries. Also, officials have confirmed that after placing a hazmat order right after the fire started, they have declared that the water and air in the area is not contaminated, so people don't have to worry about it. But they are urging folks to be aware of any sharp debris that's lying around. And if they come across any canisters that might have ejected from the building, then please call the police. And we'll have all that information on our website, WXYZ.com. For now, Glenda, it's back to you.
So sad to hear that 19-year-old losing his life. What a night, Faraz. Thank you for the update.